I know what you're saying. You can't see very much. And why is it that you're not able to see me? Well, simply enough because I didn't intend for you to see me yet. I wanted to make sure that you see some of the stuff. Beautiful place. So I just want to give a chance just to chat with you a little bit. So let me have a little bit of a sit down here so I could do a little bit of a chat with you. So at least you see from where I'm at and everything, and you see the surrounding. All right, so now I'm gonna make sure that you can see me, so that you could get a chance to see where I'm communicate with you from. Okay, all right. So indeed, definitely just wanted to get a chance to do a fast communication with you wherever you are. I was thinking today, I got into a conversation of thinking today that, first of all, greetings to each and everyone. I don't want to, I always want to make sure that when I come to you, I have something properly to say to you. And I believe that God has always made me somewhat of a motivator. Motivate, when I use the word motivator, that I can motivate you or motivate someone. I know that my phone is ringing, but I don't want to lose this conversation, so I might pause for a little bit just to let it ring out. This one I could let it ring out because I could let it get back. Actually, I might ask them for that. All right. So I trust that you're doing well. I'm always love to say that I trust that you, every one of you, are doing extremely well. When I say well does not always mean you're not feeling a little bit of pain. That's not just feeling well is all about. Well is not meant, most of us, if we woke up this morning, we already doing well. If you haven't got a chance to get a cup of tea and can find it, you're doing well. Now that does not mean that those who do not have a cup of tea or cannot have a cup of tea are not doing well. But the point that you can get a cup of tea, you're doing well. I want to say to you, whomever you are, it's not money that makes you do well. It's not a great lifestyle that makes you do well. If I were to interview all the people that I do dealing with or are dealing with each and every day, it would not be the same as if it would not be the same. So it's not about money at all. It's not about money. It is strictly about your way of thinking. It is strictly about your mindset. Doing well is not always at all about money. Now I know that money is the means of all exchange, but it's not all money, because you can have money and pay rocking your body. Indeed, Errol here. Beautiful surrounding, of course. Beautiful surrounding. It's a rainy day, but nevertheless, beautiful surrounding. In the heart of the downtown core, in the heart of the business sectors. Today I'm in the Mercedes. Beautiful. So again, like I said, beautiful surrounding, as I mentioned, in the heart of the corporate district. In the Mercedes today, of course, waiting for some business executive. So that's what it's all about today, indeed. So I will continue the conversation, definitely. You could see exactly some of the skyscrapers and everything here. Tall buildings, aren't they? Extremely tall. All right, so I'll get back to you. So I believe the world truly knows that I mean, I want to use the word, it is not money alone that makes any man or any woman happy. Again, I've always said, I've seen those who got what it's called, if money was the total happiness, then they should be totally there. And trust me, I've seen them. It's not wealth that make an individual totally happy or believe that he or she reaches his destination. Within the money, there are greater wealth. No, it is the means of all exchange. No one can move without not having money. But there is also something of great value along with that money, and that is there are many things. So let me not be a philosopher here. And you know, many people are quite educated, and it's funny, today my movement, I'm dealing with some I want to call them in their own rights tycoons, financial genius, those in whom make things happen in various places. However, what I'm trying to say, there's a level of appreciation, and I kind of want to say life has a thing called a trade-off. Trade-off means we all want a sunny day, but then sometime when it gets too sunny, some of us said that it was really too hot for them. And some of us want a little rain, but not too much rain. We want a little bit of wind, but not too much wind. I guess maybe some of you are gonna say, I'll take a lot, give me a lot of money, or give me a lot of love, or give me a lot of privileges. Life has a trade-off. And the trade-off could be simple means that sometimes life comes with success, which could be money. But if anybody remember the story of, I think it's Haman, the man with the leper that went to see Elijah. I believe it was Elijah. Naaman, I believe it's Naaman. No, Naaman was wealthy, somewhat comfortable. He was a massive, powerful general in the army, in this king's army. That's why he got permission to go see Elijah. But he was full of leprosy. He was a great commander, but he was full of leprosy. Life brought him to the highest status in even though it's biblical, but it's in history. Life brought him to the high plateau of life, or the pinnacle of life, but he was full of leprosy. And he went to see Naaman went to see Elijah. I believe it's Elijah. And he wanted to offer Elijah money after when he got cured from his leprosy. But Elijah did not take his money, but then his servant took the money behind Elijah's back. And Elijah said to Naaman, said to his servant, or he said, now the very money that you took, the very leprosy that was with Naaman, now it is being transferred to you. So what I'm trying to say to you, wealth can come with a workload of issue. Or not only issue, but be very careful that you understand that life sometimes brings a trade-off. Be very comfortable, and I know God will bless you. You know, each and every day sometimes I'm so concerned when you have children, what tomorrow will be. And for those of you who have children, you can vote for that. This is a statement. What tomorrow will be. There's a time when you can get up and go do whatever you are doing for yourself, but when children are in the play, it's a different action. But you know, I must say this to you. The Lord God in whom I serve have never failed me. I may have failed him many times, but he have never failed me. I move, and each and every day my bills are paid. Maybe not the way that my creditors like it, but the point is, thank God I'm not hiding. And I am grateful to God. But the point I'm trying to get at, God is so good to you and so good to me. And sometimes I believe if we take our eyes off our immediate need and place it and give God thanks for what he already done, sometimes the financial will make its way through. Yes, you and I, you know, we are concerned, but what can your concern be? So it's kind of better if you just glorify God in the process. What can you concern? How will your concern help? I believe many of us, if we give God thanks in advance. Now some of you will say, Errol, you're a literal crazy man. I believe it. You know, so I'm no Superman, nothing with any overly bored, but I trust God. I trust God. A couple of days ago, I went to the doctor to do some tests. Just to do some tests, and listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. I said, God, now I'm a healthy man, but I said, God, irrelevant of whom, irrelevant of the expertise of the medical practitioner, please God, I pray that you will stay in this room. Holy Spirit, stay in this room. Stay in this room, stay in this room. And as I was there, I feel the Holy Spirit came upon me. You understand me? And then I couldn't help but later on in prayer telling them I am a Christian. You know, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I don't mean to sound like I'm foolish with this Christian thing, but sometimes people need to know who you are and stop hiding it. In other words, God always protects his people's affair. A lot of time, people fail to understand. And when I use the word fail to understand is how gratitude can work sometimes. You know, oftentimes I would say to a person, anybody, it doesn't matter who they are, I would say, you know, the word of thank you, sometimes just the word thank you could go a very far distant. Not only that it could go a far distance, sometimes I also have a feeling that the life heard your thinking, life heard your thought, life see your emotion, life sees, and sometimes repay you for the things in which you truly deserve. You know, like I said, I am very grateful. And when I say grateful, I meant grateful for the day-to-day education in which I achieve by the kind of people that the Lord opened doors for me to affiliate with. And just one day, an experience with one day, one individual, doesn't matter their status, doesn't matter who they are, doesn't matter where they are, They don't have to be gurus. They don't have to be, you know. I often speak about a bishop of mine in Texas. I often, you know, and I will call his name Bishop Daniel. You know, Bishop Daniel and I met maybe 25, 30 years ago. Maybe he was doing a ministry. He came to preach here from Texas. I think it's Dallas or Waco, Texas. Forgive me, Pastor Daniel. And he was the preacher that came, and I was a guest singer in that function. Now that's 30 years today later. Maybe somebody will even say longer. I believe Dr. Pastor Daniel is probably one of my biggest and largest single supporter of Trench Altar Ministry. Now, I don't always just say it, and I got a lot of people. No, don't get me wrong, you know, sometimes I feel like calling all the names, but then again, I'm going to get myself in trouble, okay? But, you know, what I'm saying, here is a 30-year relationship that, you know, I've not done anything extra great for Pastor Daniel. But when I'm going through my nightmare and going through my troubles and my headache, even doesn't matter what it is, I sent message to Dr. Pastor Daniel, and you know he have never failed to say, we're praying for you, my brother. We're praying for you. We're praying for you. We're praying for you, my wife. We're praying for you. Oh Lord, my God. You know what I mean? Appreciation, ladies and gentlemen. You do not know who God is going to put in your way. I remember I was driving down the road and I got a call from an apostle. I didn't know who it was at the time. And she started to speak to me. And she said, I saw this thing about Trench Altar Ministry. She said, you may not remember me, but I'm XYZ. And when she said it, all of a sudden it connected. And that was in the early days of Trench Altar Ministry. I did not know that God was going to empower me with someone to give me many times advice. As a matter of fact, I remember when I said, this is what I'm going to do with Trench Altar Ministry. I was so empowered to do some of those things. She said, that's not what you're going to do. What the ministry that you're given a ministry that I won't go through the details. In other words, what I'm trying to say to you, little by little, God were empowering me with people in whom not only to guide me but to give me direction, or, you know, from earth perspective. You know what I mean? I don't want to go out on the limb and calling all names. I remember when I sat with even my good friend, Apostle Joy Vassal, and we're talking, and she said, you know, you're going to need this, you're going to need that. I said, for what? What I'm saying to you, God sometimes equipped us with people in advance, way before we need them. It's called be grateful. And God will always equip us with the things in which we need. God told, you know, I kind of don't want to get too crazy in you, but I want to make sure that you understand. When I mentioned to you that success is not just financial. Success is the people you can rely on. You know, we have a state office here in Western? I don't even know where I'm at, Eastern, Western. But, you know, just to able to walk in and have a conversation with, you know, my local bishop. And then there's, you know, just to talk, and he never too busy. Ladies and gentlemen, you are blessed in many ways, but you just don't know it. You are empowered. And again, like I said before, when it comes on to people of wealth, people of excellence, God has equipped me with them. Whether from a financial perspective, I remember there was an accountant that oh God, I don't want to go into this, but I'm going to say to you, be grateful to God, because God is working things out for you. But you and I sometimes fail to even say thank you. Because you don't see it. Because you do not see it. You don't see it. And because you don't see it, it's very difficult for you to say thank you. But I'll tell you this. Praise him now. Give him thanks now, because God has something great in store for you. But you got to say thank you before it shows up. Some people, you know, it's like, okay, forget it. But I tell you, give thanks now. Give him thanks. Sometimes you don't even know what you're praying, what you're saying thanks for. So what? You don't have anything. I mean, oh Lord, please, please, please give thanks. The business, the people that God allowed me to affiliate with today, oh my God. Give thanks. God is opening up doors for you, but you've got to give thanks. People that a couple of days ago, I was at the airport and on the tarmac, and I drove on the tarmac, and when I got in to register, because I'm going to go on the tarmac, this is private jet, as I gave my information, they said, oh, the pilot called in looking for you. They're flying, and usually at a certain point, the pilot would call in just to check to see if I'm there. Because this is a private jet. No, this is not commercial. This is private jet. So he said, oh, they were looking for you. You know what I mean? But of course I was doing. Anyhow, they said they're just doing a circle and they're going to be landing in a few minutes. And whom I was picking up was known everywhere. Well, I shouldn't say everywhere, but he's a very big name. Very extremely powerful name. Both from television, both from banking, both from success. He's a guru. But I meant to say to you, his name is also very much television. He's known. Very, very big image. And when I pull up to the door of the plane and the pilot opened the door, you know, when we came off the tarmac, he said, Errol, I'd just like to just stop for a moment and run in. And he ran into the building he just needed to do something fast, and he ran in. People that taking private jets, these are people taking private jets. They're coming off, they're going now in, and they go, oh my God, because they realize it's him. And the other people and guess what? My door is open, sit in, thank you, Errol, and we're gone. See, God has given me that privilege to associate at that level. And sometimes I've even had the opportunity where I've been told, Errol, you're a celebrity. You know, the kind of people, so many people know you. This is a celebrity. Well, no, let me not go overboard. The point I'm trying to say to you, be grateful. It's not money that's going to make you wealthy. There is something inside. There's an opportunity that when you can go on your knees and pray to God, that's wealth. That is wealth. When I was in the hospital and I turned to, well, not in the hospital, I was doing some tests, but when I told the nurse that I'm a Christian, that's wealth. That is wealth. You know what I mean? It's not, you know, maybe I had no money in my pocket, but I had wealth. I had Jesus Christ. That is wealth. Do you understand me? That is wealth. You know what I mean? That is wealth. Listen, I hope you catch me. I hope you catch me. Like I'm talking to some of these boys from the US, these mega sports guys or whatever, and they don't say I catch you, they don't say I understand, they say I feel you, you know what I mean? You know, sometimes I'm with the NBA guys, I feel you. Guys that I would watch on television, you know, them here, I remember one of them say, Errol, is it okay to sit here? Is it okay? I don't think I could purchase a courtside seat, but in my vehicle. Who is it? Trust God. I don't care what you do. I trust God. I don't care what you do, but just trust God. Take it from this boy. Trust God. Okay? Trust him, trust him, trust him. God bless you. We will talk again. You listen to your good friend Errol. I will always continue to see if I can throw something to you. If one word that I mention could change somebody's life and let them understand, yay! I'm happy. Trust God. Listen, it doesn't matter what people say about you. Keep your eyes on him. It doesn't matter how people feel about you. It will be good if they feel good, but it doesn't matter. Trust him. Keep your eyes on him. That's what is really matter. Because if you try to please man, somebody's going to get unpleased anyhow. You know, it's like, look at government. You know, you either have the right wing or the left wing. Somebody going to be unhappy, you try your best, but keep your eyes on the Lord and trust him. Serve him. You may not have all what you want financially, but if you woke up this morning, trust him and say thank you. Okay? You may not have anything to eat yet because you do not know where it's coming from. Still trust him. Still trust him and still say thank you. Still say thank you. All right. We'll talk again. I hope you're enjoying these beautiful messages that the Lord giving me, which is Trench Altar Ministry. I hope you are. You know, I believe that God gave me this ministry, but he also put me into places that my ministry, he protected, and not only protected, but he bring me places and bring me to the people that makes the ministry worthwhile. Because I see things and I hear things and I can speak about things. It's also give me opportunity to stay more humble. Imagine that I'm trying to come up with my own ideas. Oh my God, what a terrible thing that would be. Okay? But because God led me into places consistently to the right people, each and every day, God provide me with the tools and the necessary means. Please, I beg you, trust God in everything that you do. Not just, I went to the hospital. Again, like I said, I go there just to do some tests, but guess what? Right there, I'm letting people know I am a Christian. I'm a child of God. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying, you know. No, don't worry, it's okay. You know, some people standing there. Trust him. I'm actually in a hotel, so you could understand this, that people, you know, all right? Trust him. All right, we'll talk again. It was a pleasure talking to you. All right. A beautiful place, of course. You can see the beautiful surrounding. Definitely. It's always beautiful, beautiful, beautiful surrounding. And a beautiful place indeed. All right.